Hello guys, how's it going? I want to apologize for my previous two videos. I should have found a different avenue to express what I was feeling, but I didn't have one, so I just put it on this channel. I shouldn't have, and I hope you guys accept my apology. Also, heartfelt congratulations to the United Kingdom on their eventual detachment from the European Union. Enjoy your freedom and don't ever let that happen again. I don't know if you guys realized by now, but I absolutely love sunsets. Don't get me wrong, I love sunrises also, but they happen so early in the morning. I am only really interested in sunrise when the moon is gonna set, as in this video shown here. Otherwise, I don't really take much interest in sunrise. But there is such a thing as sunrise for everybody. The sun rises. So how does the sun disappear from our perspective and then appear at sunrise? I need to understand how flat earthers think about this. And why is that time period 24 hours? Okay, well, not exactly 24 hours. 23 hours, 56 minutes, and some odd seconds. And why is it such an odd period? 24 hours. And the sun reappears where it started 24 hours ago, whether sunrise or sunset or midday or whatever. I mean, why would this happen? It's because the earth is in motion. You know, the motion like around itself and in orbit around the sun. And here I have to allude to a globe object that's revolving on itself because the shadows are curved. Here I would just like to let flat earthers know that we cannot trust our senses. I mean, Jaren uses his thumb to block the sun or to measure the size of the sun. That is not right. Now, I found out how wrong I was. In past videos, I've always speculated how far above the ground I am. And then finally, I got a tape measure and I measured it. When I was guessing, it was 5 to 6 meters on my stoop. But when I measured it, it was only 3.5 meters. One of the reasons I suspect I might have done that is because I'm afraid of heights. So I probably perceived it to be higher than it actually was. And it's not the actual height that I'm afraid of. I'm actually afraid of falling. Gravity is a bitch. But that's a topic for a different video. So my question remains to flat earthers. Why does the sun go down below the horizon? It's nighttime for me, but somebody on the opposite side of the world is experiencing sunshine. How is that possible? And I'm showing you here how it is possible. There the sun goes out of my view and it's going to come into somebody else's view. Flat earthers and conspiracy theorists, when it comes to the shape of the earth, they always intrigue me. They say the darndest things. And I watched Logic debunk this lady who actually said that the sun cannot be blocked by a street lamp. Now, unfortunately for her, he went on to debunk her using the maths, and he showed that the sun can be blocked by a 1 foot in diameter street lamp if it's subtended at a sufficient angle. So I wanted my own observations. I set up the camera. I didn't know what height I'm gonna have to put the camera. I just guessed, and finally I got the footage, and the 2 centimeter pipe in front of my door blocked the sun. So I repeated the experiment on another day when it was clear skies, and that 2-centimeter pipe actually blocks the sun because of the angle, the subtended angle, the angle of the camera, and everything. Perspective. Let's chalk it down to perspective. But it's not only my perspective that I have to take into consideration. I have to think about other people and where they are observing the sun. And I can guarantee you that as the sun is going down below my horizon, it is rising for somebody else. And I've shown in previous videos what is the antipode of Pretoria. You know, guys, it's not just the sun, moon, and Venus that changes from our perspective, because everything is in orbit. Last night I was so excited. I was actually filming the moon setting. It was very high in the sky when I started, just after sunset, and Venus was way in the west, and I filmed for approximately 2.5 hours. And when I went to get my camera, I found Orion also above my head, heading northwest. And it was so wonderful to see, because it just cements my opinion that everything is in orbit. That's why the perspective of how I see things change every single day is because everything is in orbit. And we are also in orbit. And I think this is one of the reasons why Venus is sometimes the evening star and sometimes the morning star. And as I've said, it's moving towards, it's already at west right now, and it's moving north. And soon it's going to disappear from my evening skies. And I'm not sure exactly how long it will take, but it will become the morning star again. So, as far as I can tell, everything is in orbit, including the sun, because every revolution the Earth makes in that 24-hour period is actually more than 360 degrees. And that's how we know it's in that spiral motion going with the sun in its orbit around the galaxy. I think that's how we can know that everything is in motion, including our sun. But our sun is not going around us. That is not even a probability. I don't see how I can explain that with the footage that I am seeing. Flat earthers, my perspective of what I'm viewing in my skies shows that you don't know what you are talking about. You are not doing the observations. You are taking other people's observations and interpreting it as flat earth. Look at my observations, please. I'm asking you to see things from my perspective and compare it to your perspective. And ask yourselves, especially if you are in the Western Hemisphere, it's going to be different to what happens in the Eastern Hemisphere. Check it out. Check the time difference. Compare.